Welcome back. We are finally back. Life has allowed us to be back. It is the Two Guys, Two Seamen podcast. I am joined by Chad. What's up, man?
It is good to be back.
It
It's
is.
been a while. Been
It has.
a lot of championships have been won, and uh I mean it's life gets in the way sometimes, and when this isn't what makes you money. You just do it for the hell of it. You know,
Yeah, for fun.
life takes over.
Yep.
But we're back.
And
Should be back to once a week, I think, too.
yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah.
That is definitely the goal. Um, so we have not been here since before the Super Bowl, if you can believe it.
Pretty
The
crazy.
last episode we did, I believe, was the lead up, the divisional round. I don't think we even did the conference final or the conference championships.
I
So
think I think we might have. The
might
last
have.
stream we had was February 9th. So
Oh, okay. So Super Bowl was right there, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, around that. I think it was the 12th or something, maybe.
Something
Actually, it
like
was the
that.
9th. We must have done it that morning, huh?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
February 9th was a Sunday. Yeah, so we must have done it that morning.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
And the Eagles won. My house almost shook to the ground because
Because
her whole family was in the living room watching it. Dude, that some of
and you live
those,
in Philly, that's why.
yeah.
It's
Oh
was
my
nuts,
God.
yeah.
There was, I literally thought something was gonna break because the way we were jumping up and down and going nuts. It was
Mhm.
I think the Cooper DeJean interception was the biggest one.
Yeah.
That one just about brought down the house. Georgia was pretty scared about that one. So, but yeah, that was it's been a while.
Yeah, so, obviously, we're not gonna catch up on everything. We're gonna pretty much move to current times, but we do wanna give congratulations to the champions that we have missed. Um, we've already mentioned the Eagles, obviously. Ohio State won college football,
I
if
think
we
we already
recall.
talked. I think we already talked
Did
about.
we? Okay.
Yeah.
I just
I
wanted
don't
to.
want to give them any more flowers than new
Uh,
games coming out. I
right.
fuck Ohio State, man. They're like the
uh,
Yankees of college.
thought that was Duke.
No, Duke's the Dodgers.
No, no, we're
Yep,
not
yep,
doing that.
yep,
No,
sure are.
no.
So anyway, the Gators won March
Florida.
Madness.
Yep. And then the Florida Panthers won back to back Stanley Cups.
Yep, impressive,
That was
impressive.
definitely
That
impressive. It was fun to watch too.
and yes, it was more fun to watch than the fucking NBA finals.
that, that is
Even
true.
though it went to a game 7, and you know what? It would actually the NBA finals would have been better if Halliburton would have tore his Achilles.
It's crazy because he had a hell of a game up to that point
Yeah,
already.
he
He
was
was
he was showing
he
it. I
was
mean, like it
he
was.
was going in that direction.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, everyone's playing with the calf injury. They're not sitting out. They're not taking the time to heal. And then bing bop boom, pop, pop goes the Achilles.
Ugh.
It's awful.
You'd almost have to think that they're gonna have to start treating calf strains like fractured kneecaps, where it's not the end of the season, right? But you need time for it to heal.
Yep.
Um, because it's just we've seen it too many times over the past 3 or 4 years really ramp up that these
It's
calf strains are turning into Achilles ruptures.
it's the movement in the NBA. It's the that forces them to try to make all these crazy moves and plays that extends their bodies beyond really what normal humans are supposed to do, but they can do way more than normal humans. And then
A
it
lot
just
of it
breaks.
is yeah, it's a lot of bursts, a lot of
Yeah.
burst running, and you have to push a leg back
Yep.
to push off in order to get to that, and that's what causes those strains. Um, but real quick, I also want to congratulate Rory McIlroy. He won the Masters, if we
Good for
recall, and
him.
he finally got his Grand Slam
Good for him. But I
after
mean, he's
many, many years.
stopped giving a fuck about golf after that. But good
Yep,
for
pretty
him.
much. Yeah,
He it's been lackluster at best. I don't know if he has he made any cuts yet for any majors after that?
I haven't heard, but I tell you what, Scotty Scheffler hasn't stopped. That man,
Except
he's
for
so good.
the Oak at Oakmont.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like body of work, like
Yeah.
overall, over the past
Yeah.
year, ever since he was arrested here,
Yeah.
he's been on a tear.
Yeah. Scotty's insane. Over the last few months, he has been awesome. We'll see if he can keep it up, because it's always trying to catch Tiger now.
And then, let's see. I'm trying to remember dates wise on. Yeah, we definitely talked about that because that was early February. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss any big things that happen. Yeah, obviously we
Oh
did
yeah,
talk
no,
about.
I think we got everything.
Yeah, we did talk about the Luka trade. We definitely touched on that because that was before Super Bowl Sunday, so we definitely talked about
Okay,
that.
yeah, that's
Um,
still
shockwaves. It's just
still.
unbelievable. But a lot of NBA stuff, a lot of NFL stuff to get to, and man, it has been a crazy offseason for both. NBA is more recent, obviously, but a lot of things to unpack. We're not going to touch base on every single thing that's happened, but I think mentioning the big things, some surprisers, has definitely we're definitely going to talk about the biggest one so far of the NBA offseason was Kevin Durant traded. Not that we're surprised, but he's obviously the biggest name that was traded.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, definitely not a surprise. The Suns needed to do something, and KD already said he wanted to be traded, so
yeah,
made up their mind for them. Preferably, I would probably want to get rid of Bradley Beal as well, but I don't think they're gonna be able to do that.
I
Not with
think
his
that was part
contract.
of. I think that was part of them getting Green in return. You know, Green is a shooting guard, which is what Bradley Beal is. So I think that was part of it in you know getting Jalen Green in that. But I think obviously Kevin Durant is top players ever in my book. I don't know about top 10, but I would definitely say top 15, just especially from a talent perspective.
Yeah,
Um, and but I would say that Phoenix won that trade. Not only did they get much younger with Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks is kind of a wash. They also got the big center from Duke, which is a huge improvement from what they had. Um, and then they also got 5 second-round picks, which is, that's tradable assets
right.
down the road.
Yeah.
It's obviously not going to turn into something crazy, but it'll be trade assets. What was outside of the Kevin Durant news? What has been your biggest NBA shocker as far as trades or signings or
I
for
mean,
you?
I think it's got to be either Myles Turner leaving and going to um,
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, or DeAndre Ayton going to the Lakers. Um, no, but it's definitely Myles Turner, because uh, the Bucks cut Damian Lillard, So they're going to eat
to sign him. Yeah.
$22 million for the next 5 years. They're already paying Damian Lillard for the next 5 years, $22 million. It's crazy. That's insane. All for Myles Turner.
It is a crazy situation, and it to me is it's I understand it because Damian Lillard's old as far as NBA perspective goes, right? Especially for a smaller guard, and now he's out all next season. He's not gonna be able to play.
Right.
And so, and then by the time he comes back, he's gonna be what, 36, 37? I mean,
You
what are
never
you gonna
know.
have?
You never know. They're gonna still be eating that contract though.
I get it. I
For
get it.
5
But
years.
here's my thing. You let Brook Lopez go, which is mind blowing to me. Because you want to talk about somebody that upgraded his game big time,
Yeah, but
is
putting in
that
the
guy. I don't
3.
Yeah, I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember, but when he first came in the league, that man couldn't shoot outside the paint.
Oh, I know.
And now he's he's you can't leave him open. And it's the fact that they got rid of him. I get it, you get younger, but here's the thing: you're trying to convince Giannis to stay.
Yeah, no,
This isn't gonna do it.
and then they gave a contract. Did they re-sign Bobby Portis as well?
Yes,
They gave
I
him a
believe
decent
so.
amount, I think.
Yeah.
Like they're not. It doesn't seem like the Bucks are really trying to do anything.
No. And I feel bad for Giannis because he's one of those guys that is a lifer. He's one of those humble guys that um, he wants to be with the same team for his whole career. Kind of like what Luka wanted. Obviously, that didn't happen for him, but Dirk and Kobe and guys like that, they're just spend their whole career. I think Giannis wants to do the same thing, but I don't know. You want to be relevant. I think it's time for him to leave Milwaukee. I don't know what the best fit would be. That would be a debate.
Yeah.
But I feel for him, and it sucks because right now, next season, the East,
Wide open.
that is as wide open as it possibly is going to be in the next year or two.
Yep.
You're not going to get much wider of a window to seize that opportunity, and the Bucks just haven't done enough to, in my opinion, to convince him.
Oh no, I definitely think
stick
he's
around.
out. I think he's out. I mean, like he didn't probably talk to him about the Damian Lillard trade. It probably just happened, and he's like, "Oh, great." I don't know what they're doing up there. I don't know. It's not promising. I mean, they're gonna get a bag for Giannis. They're gonna get a lot.
So he has 3 years left on his current deal. Giannis does. He'll be a free agent in the summer of 2028. So I don't know. I don't know if he's going to stick around for that long. He's already at, I think he's 30, if I'm not mistaken. So what, 33 by the time he's a free agent? I think he forces. We'll see what happens, but I think he'll force his way out.
Yeah.
Of there. Which if I'm Milwaukee, that's the smart thing to do. Get him out, get some capital back. What's his name? For the Knicks, Mikal Bridges. You see what they traded to get him? 5 first-round picks or something
Oh
stupid.
my god, that's so dumb.
Like
they're not these. I don't know how they got so overvalued. I think
I don't
because
know.
Mikal Bridges was like the main guy and he shot a lot of shots in New Jersey.
Well, he was the main. Yeah, he was the main guy.
So
that
he
was
looked
it.
really good, and then he
Yeah.
gets traded to another team, and now he's not the main guy, and then he had to change his shot, and I don't know. It's a lot of money. Whatever. Let the next do what the next one to do.
He's 4th on their list as far as best on the team, 4th or 5th on the Knicks. Brunson,
So Brunson, Cat.
Cat, OG, Anunoby.
You put OG above him?
I would because of his defense. OG's
Yeah,
defense
OG's defense
is
is good.
is phenomenal. Um, yeah, I'd probably put him 4th. I mean, I don't know. You trade all that away for the 4th best player on your team. It just
Okay,
doesn't.
so who do you think has won the offseason so far? Like, I mean, I know it's been like 10 minutes. Actually, free agency hasn't even started yet. Technically, it doesn't
Yeah, it's not
technically
official
start for
until the
3
7th
days. So
or the
I thought it
6th.
was
Yeah,
the 9th. That was the 9th. Oh, 6. Yeah, 3 days.
6. Yeah.
So, but who do you think's won it so far?
So I personally think it is the Houston Rockets. They got Kevin Durant. They also went out and got Dorian Finney-Smith, which is a steal. Okay, it's a wing defender,
3.
who is
Who could shoot 3?
play and a 3-point sniper. Um, they also have big men galore. They already have Sangoon, who's their starter, right? They also went and got Clint Capella,
Oh yeah.
and they have Steven Adams. It's
Yeah.
like, and then they re-up Jabari Smith's contract, so they got
Yeah.
him long term now. Amin Thompson, who is arguably one of the best two-way players in the league. He's a slasher and great on-ball defender for them. So, I
Yeah.
like the
He
I like what
developed
the
real
Rockets
well.
have done. Yes, I like what the Rockets have done. Um, I do think that I think it's the Rockets for me right now.
All right.
I
No, I
do
like that.
I will say that I do like the Clippers going out and getting Brook Lopez.
Yeah.
That's a obviously everything hinges on Kawhi being healthy. But man, if that team's healthy, oh,
2
that's
years,
a
18 million. Not bad. Not bad.
no, yeah, not bad at all. I also like what the you also got to look at what the Mavericks have done too. They got lucky. They obviously
Yeah.
got lucky with
Lucky.
getting the number 1 draft
Lucky.
pick and getting Cooper Flag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Kyrie's going to have to rehab,
Mm-hmm.
but they, I don't know. I just
It
something about
could be
their
scary.
team, yeah. Because in the meantime, they don't have Kyrie. They went out and signed D'Angelo Russell,
Mm-hmm.
so that's a solid guard to just kind of take the place of a guard as a point guard. He has history with AD, so it's not like he's going to have to mesh. He already knows how to mesh with AD. So, um, and what do you think Cooper Flag's going to bring? You think he's, you know, the next big star, or you think it's overblown?
I don't know. I mean, he like in the Olympic practice, he was he was holding his own with the best of the best.
Yeah,
So, or best what America has.
right.
Obviously, I mean, like we won, so I mean that's the best. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the best of the best. That is the best of the best. So he was going
Mhm.
against the best of the best. He was holding his own. So I think he's initially going to be very good at least, and then
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't seem like a guy that's gonna be like a world breaker like LeBron or Jordan or Kobe. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I don't really know. I didn't really watch. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. He played for Duke, so I didn't really watch him a lot. Um, I watched him when Kentucky played, and we beat them. Um, that was nice, but I really didn't. I didn't really pay attention to him. Is there any in particular? I've heard he's been compared to like Scottie Pippen and Jason Tatum type player. That's his NBA comparison. Do you agree with that?
Uh, I think he could
Obviously,
be.
not saying he's that good, but it just that's his comparison.
I mean, I could see it a little bit, but he's I don't know. I think he's further along than Jason Tatum was when he was drafted. I think.
Yeah, I can agree with that. According to Bleacher Report, the number one comparison for Cooper Flag is KG.
Yeah,
According to Bleacher Report.
I could see that.
So
Like he's violent when he goes to the rim. He's violent. It's not
yeah,
like
he is.
it's he's fucking putting the ball in the rim. He's putting the ball
Yeah,
in the goal, and he's not focused on getting fouled, or at least I hope he's gonna stay that way. I
yeah,
don't know. With the new NBA, I mean, it pays to be an actor.
that's true. That's true.
Literally,
So,
literally. Different
real quick,
contract.
I actually forgot about some big news that happened from the NBA. So, the Knicks lost in the conference finals, right? They lost in Game 6 against the Pacers. They fired Tom Thibodeau, which is not a surprise because it was rumored that he was on the hot seat at the beginning of the season. Um, but they just hired Mike Brown as their new coach. Um, Mike Brown's on the hot seat already because Tom took them to their first conference finals in 25 years and got fired. So when you fire that coach, your expectation is finals now. Now, I Mike Brown, I think, is a good hire for them. He, granted, he did technically coach LeBron to his first finals, right, in '07. Now that was all LeBron's talent. I don't think that was really much coaching, but you saw what Mike Brown did with the Kings. He turned them around. You know, I I don't know. I like the hire for them. And if there's ever an opportunity for them to make it back to the finals, it's next season.
Yep.
Because remember, we just talked about that window, right? The Knicks they've got to conquer that window. I don't believe in Cleveland. Do you? I
No, I don't know what it is about them. Postseason, they
I
just don't show up.
You know who I compare the Cleveland Cavaliers to right now as far as an NFL team? It's the Ravens. They do so good in the regular season, and then come playoff time, you can't find them.
Yeah.
You just can't. You just can't find them. Um, so as of right now, as things are right now, it's the Knicks Eastern Conference to lose next year. I know you don't want to hear that, but
Well,
it
I mean,
you
we're
know
pretty much out of it. I already know that. So I think who I think has won the offseason so far, since we're in the Eastern Conference right now, is the Atlanta Hawks. They went out and got Porzingis. They went
mhm.
out and got um what's his face? Where is
Luke Kennard, I know.
that? Nikhil Alexander Walker.
Oh yeah, from the Timberwolves.
Yep.
Great
Went
two-way
out and
player.
got him. And let's see. Anything else? Yeah, Luke
They,
Kennard.
Luke Kennard, yeah.
So, but also they have the rookies and they have was it is it Dyson Daniels? I
Yes,
think.
I think so. Yeah.
And I mean, the only thing that's holding the Hawks back right now, I think, is Trae Young. But could
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. He's. I don't know. Obviously he's a liability defensively, but I I don't know, man. He has those stretches where he's really, really good,
mm-hmm.
but more times than not, he chokes. He chokes more than he wins, and it's a weird flip
Yeah, I don't get it. But
because
yeah,
when
I think
he's on,
yeah. I think
but
the
when he's
Hawks
off,
did pretty well in the offseason. I think and for the Eastern Conference being as wide open as it is, maybe this is a chance for them to try and make it.
yeah. I mean, I can. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, Orlando's up and coming.
Yeah, they
Um,
traded for Desmond Bain.
Yep. Detroit is they had a winning record last year.
They weren't bad. Collapsed in the
You gotta
playoffs, but
Indiana's out, Boston's out. I don't think Cleveland's real a threat, to be honest. I mean, that really leaves the Knicks, the Magic, and the Hawks. I mean, that's really what your Eastern Conference is going to look like next year. Now, I think Cleveland will be a 1 or 2 seed, but again, they're just going to fail when it matters most. So, um,
yeah, the Sixers aren't going to do anything.
no, not unless you can get a full season out of Embiid, which we know that's not going to happen.
Yep.
All right, so obviously there's still a lot that has been done, a lot still to come. By the way, did you know that since that Kevin Durant trade isn't official yet until July 6th? Did you know that there's a potential for a 7-team trade,
I did
in,
hear that. Yeah.
including them? Apparently, the Lakers are in that somehow. I don't know what for, but they're in that mix for some
I
reason. I don't know. I swear to God, it's going to be some
for
stupid.
salary cap bullshit.
Maybe, maybe. You know, the last point I'm going to bring up, at least that I can think of for the NBA, I found it weird that LeBron opted into his contract, and now we have rumors about him on the trade block. If you wanted to go to a new team, why didn't you opt out?
Because he wants that
It's
money.
I get
I
it,
don't know. I don't
but
know why. He doesn't need the money.
no. Um, and you're going to lose half of it to taxes in California anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well go. You can go sign a 40-year or a $40 million contract somewhere else that's tax free and not worry about it. You know. Um, the Lakers organization has made it very clear that this is Luka's team now. They are focused on the future. I don't agree with the Deandre Ayton thing. We'll see what happens. You saw the other night. I sent you a picture of what Luka looks like now, right?
Yep.
I think, me personally, I don't know. I think that's the LeBron effect. LeBron knows how to stay in shape, right? He's probably given Luka the right tools to focus on healthy lifestyle and getting in shape. Why can't he do that with DeAndre Ayton? Why, I mean, if you can flip that guy into always wanting to be there, and that's the rumor, is that he's not he's a diva sometimes.
Uh,
And You know, that's not good. You think JJ Redick's going to put up with that? That man doesn't put up with anything, dude. I want hot mics all year with JJ and Deandre Ayton in the huddle. That's what I want. I want mic'd up moments all year.
That'll be good.
But let's just quickly, let's say LeBron decides to waive his no trade clause. He's obviously only going to go to championship contending teams. If he does go somewhere else, where does he go?
Retirement.
You know he is going to do a farewell tour. You know there is no
I know
just
he's gonna do a farewell tour.
I don't know, dude. That's why I don't understand the opt-in, because now if you trade him, you have to match $52 million in a trade. Teams aren't going to give that up. They're just not. It is rumored right now that 4 teams actually reached out to the Lakers about trading for him. I don't know. The teams haven't been released. None of that's been released, but we'll see. A lot of we still got a lot of time.
Golden State one last run.
Dude, I think the world, minus you and Kyle, would love a LeBron and Steph. We saw it in the Olympics. We saw it. I'm just one season. We got to get it.
No, I'm good without.
We didn't get the Chris Paul and Kobe like we were supposed to get. We didn't get that.
Well, then Kobe wouldn't have won any championships.
Well, maybe. All right. You got anything else from the NBA?
No.
You wanted to talk about
the luxury tax is bullshit.
Aprons. Yep.
Aprons are bullshit.
It's to prevent the Kevin Durant Warriors situations.
Yeah, but that can suck my dick, dude. Like that, you having like 20 million over is like 200 million.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah, I don't agree with it.
Like that's where luxury tax. Who's that going to? Who's that 200 million going to? It's not going to the federal government. It's not an actual tax. Who's that going to?
Oh, it's going to the front office. Yeah. It's lining the pockets of the NBA. They got to pay for the WNBA somehow.
You're right. It would not survive by itself.
Oh my God.
It's just crazy. I mean, I'm glad the Celtics are under it. Like, don't have to worry about paying that bullshit. But fuck, they make it extremely hard to do anything once you get in there.
I really think it's just the main purpose was to keep the league competitive. You know, we all knew that when Kevin Durant joined the Warriors, it was over. It was over. There was no. We knew it was happening. Yeah. There was nothing you could do to stop it.
Yep.
Oh, J.R. Smith stopped it, but that's a discussion for another day. All right.
The one time he wasn't high on court.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the NFL. If you want to start it, there's a couple things I wanted to discuss, but if you want to kick it off with whatever you want to talk about first for the NFL.
Yeah, we'll go with we can go with just trades. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins exchanging players. Jalen Ramsey for Minkah Fitzpatrick. I don't get it. I don't understand. I know you get a tight end and you get Jalen Ramsey, but Jalen Ramsey's old. We don't know what he has left.
Jonathan Smith. Good for the Dolphins.
Dolphins fucking got a steal. They got Minkah Fitzpatrick. Like one of the best safeties in the league, if not the best safety in the league.
Yeah. Definitely up there.
And then the Dolphins also acquired Darren Waller. Is he retired? I thought he was retired. Is he unretired now?
He did. He unretired. He didn't want to play for the Giants.
Okay, so he just didn't want to play for the Giants. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'd take a year off to get out
I
of there.
mean, he does have a questionable past, though. He makes really dumb decisions. He married
That's
Kelsey
true.
Plum and like tried to
I mean,
keep something from Josh McDaniels, and then he did something and told everybody, and then he got traded the next week. So
I mean, you know, a one night stand, I'd be okay with it, right?
I mean, I don't
As long as
know.
she doesn't talk, I'm okay with it.
Oh, she's gonna talk. You know she's gonna talk. You know. Look how you. Have you ever seen the videos of her going up to the autographers? Now I know that the autographers are. They.
Oh yeah,
She's
she's a
usually,
complete bitch. Yeah,
yeah,
she's a complete bitch.
which I
I can't.
understand because those people are not really there for the autographs. They're there to make money off the autographs.
Sure.
But I don't know. She just has a bit like for no reason. Like why? I don't understand why you think you're so much better than the people you're next to. You're in the WNBA. You're in the WNBA.
You know, I mean, it could be the living in Los Angeles, playing for Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
You know, I mean, that could be a
Pompousness
lot of it. Yeah,
of
I mean,
LA.
yeah,
I don't know, it's just rude.
I agree.
Just
Be respectful. Yeah.
yeah, so Darren Waller, um he's on the Dolphins now. I don't know. Do you think he's in shape? He's probably in shape.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Tua's going to have another concussion, and that's going to be it. So,
It's gonna be Zach
know.
Wilson time.
Yeah, yeah. So glad he got out of the Giants
Right?
locker room. Waller did
Oh
to
my
be
god.
paired up with that disaster.
Yeah. So did the Packers do anything of note?
Yeah, we let people go, is what we did.
Oh
It's
yeah, no notable signings reported and provided. Oh my god.
we let Jair Alexander walk.
Yeah.
They couldn't come to a contract agreement, which is, you know, to be honest with you, it's fine. He's really been struck by the injury bug the last 3 years. You know, he didn't really play that much, and when it was time for him to play in big games, he doesn't move. He stays on his side, and that's it. I mean, you can't nowadays. You need more of a roamer. You know, there's no Revis Islands anymore. It's
Yeah.
you gotta roam. So yeah, we just let him go. But we we did the draft worked out for us because we got a much needed wide receiver. First time since 2002 we drafted a receiver in the first round, and we got Matthew Golden. So I am excited for that. Cannot wait. Cannot wait for that.
Works out. See how that works out. Hopefully, it works out just as good as Christian Watson. So the Vikings, Vikings did a decent amount. They got re-signed Aaron Jones, Byron Murphy,
Okay.
Harrison Smith for another year. I don't know how many more years he has, but he's still a good safety. Jonathan Allen for a 3-year. And extended our other safety, Theo Jackson. He was I don't really remember seeing him out there that much. I think I forget who was in his place before that, but he's not here anymore. Oh, I think he went to Pittsburgh. The Steelers. No, that may have been last year.
So.
Well, so we also signed a center and a guard that who cares? So I mean, it wasn't a bad off season. I'm excited to see what JJ does.
The Ravens cut. Oh my God, why am I drawing a blank on his name? Their kicker.
Oh, Justin Tucker, because he likes
Justin Tucker.
to
Yeah.
act like Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm. And now he's also been suspended the first 10 games of next season too.
It gives
So
him 10 games to try out for the Browns.
the Browns also signed Diddy, by the way. Just so we know.
Good.
No, it seems like you all did some. You re-signed and signed some guys that, which is good. That's what you need now. The quarterback situation, you're leaning on a second-year guy, right?
Yeah.
Is- That's the plan. Is that what have they come out and said that?
No, yeah. That's
Yeah.
what's happening. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no one else. That's why they didn't sign Aaron Rodgers.
Well, that was going to be my next. That was going to be my next point. Finally, that saga's over with.
Yeah, that was a stupid
And
saga. Why does he keep doing this? It's so dumb. No one cares. Everyone's forgot about it. No one cared.
he's an attention whore. What do you? I mean,
Well, he
he
isn't
has
getting
to.
attention anymore.
Well, not now, but that's because he's sucked up attention for the last 3 months.
He's a fucking loser.
Yeah, good riddance. Good luck. I can't wait to see. You want to talk about mic'd up moments? I want to see Mike Tomlin and him in the huddle and during a timeout.
Oh God! Oh,
Could you
my
imagine?
God.
Oh, dude, that's
Dude,
gonna be.
Could you imagine him walking
cinema.
off the field, just like middle of play, just walking off? Just
Like an
fucking
Antonio
done.
Brown moment.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
Just takes his shoulder pads and shirt off and just runs to the end zone.
Tosses his helmet at Tomlin and walks away. Oh my God.
I would love that for Steelers fans. That would be great.
That would be great. That sums up the Steelers the last 10 years.
Yes. Yep. Oh my God. One of the other surprising things, surprising, not surprising kind of situation was Myles Garrett re-signed with the Browns a month after he said he wanted out.
Well, that's because he wanted out or give me a lot of money. He didn't say the or give me a lot of money part out loud. He just said
that's true.
That's true. That's the second half of the statement.
Yeah. And then the Bengals had the wide receiver conundrum that they were in. Are they going to sign Chase? Are they not? It's like, what are y'all doing? And then they franchise tagged T. Higgins.
And then resigned.
Didn't they let the other guy go? The third wheel that they had at receiver.
Tyler Boyd.
Who was? Yeah, he's gone, right?
Yeah,
he's somewhere else, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anything else that stood out? I don't recall. There's been so much that's been going on.
We should talk about the defending champions. AJ Dillon signed with the Eagles. Justin Simmons signed with the Eagles, and Zach Bond re-signed. And the Eagles re-signed Saquon Barkley for 2 more years for a good amount of money.
No surprise there. I was just looking. I thought there was something else that I picked up on. All right, so I didn't ask this for the NBA thing because it's irrelevant at this point. I'll ask this when it comes time for the season to start in October. But as far as the NFL goes, if you were to guess right now, who is going to the Super Bowl?
Eagles.
Okay.
And We'll go with Ravens.
Are the Eagles back to back?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they can do it.
It's hard to disagree with the Eagles. It really is. But I'm not going to make an asinine picks this year. I did that the last couple seasons. I'm not doing that again.
You're doing objective.
Yes, objectively. I think the Ravens don't make it. I like the Buffalo Bills.
That's my
Josh
other one.
Allen
I was
finally
going
be.
between Bills.
I know
or
it's
Ravens.
it's tough. But I like the Bills to go on the AFC side, and I am going to actually take a dark horse for the East or for the NFC, and I will have the Commanders in the Super Bowl. Commanders and Bills. What the Commanders did last season was pretty good.
Yeah.
They're going to have to overcome obviously the Eagles, obviously same division, right? But I like it. I think the Eagles win the division still, but I like the Commanders, though they're going to be the 2 seed. Or no, they can't be the 2 seed. Could they? Or did they restructure the seeding? Is that what they
No,
did they? No, they didn't do that. Okay.
No. They
They
got
talked about it though, didn't
kiboshed.
they?
They did.
Yeah.
The Lions brought it up.
So stupid.
Lions. Yeah, it is. I don't know. It should change.
Yeah, it should be based on record. This is the only league. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's the only league in professional sports that does it this way. Right? Baseball doesn't do it this way. It's based on record, right? No? They do it the same way? Oh, okay.
There's only 3 divisions though.
Oh.
Per league,
right.
so
Right.
you only get 3 teams. And they're usually the best. Not always. There's some teams. There's sometimes when the third or the wild card has a better record than one of the regular teams or the division winners.
I don't know. I look at it and I'm like, why is there a potential for an 8-9 team making the playoffs? It's just, it's like,
I do agree.
what are we doing?
I mean, they should be at the bottom. They should be firmly at the bottom.
You definitely shouldn't have a home game. What'd you do to earn a home game? You were 8-9. It's just that's like well, I can't use March Madness because that's all neutral for the most part. But I mean, could you imagine like March Madness? Just for an example, let's say could you imagine like a 15 seed getting to play at home against a 2 seed? It doesn't make sense, right? It just I don't understand it. I've never understood it. That team, those losing records, it should be based on record. I get it. You win the division, fine. You're in the playoffs. You win a playoff spot. But you definitely shouldn't get a home game just because of that. I don't know.
I agree.
What difference does it make? You're in the playoffs. I mean, that's the main goal, right? To get in the playoffs. All right. Let's see. Any other major NFL stuff you wanted to get to?
I think that's it. Let me see. Did we talk about DK Metcalf going to the?
We did not.
DK went to the Steelers.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Now I forgot about that. Now put Tomlin, Rodgers, and DK in the huddle. Dude.
Did Pickens get traded? Pickens got traded, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn, where did he get?
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he did. He did get. Yeah,
Because
he's gone.
that was gonna be an
Oh,
amazing,
dude.
just amazing lineup right there. That. Oh well.
Oh yeah, he's at the Cowboys. Pickens is.
There it
I
is.
forgot about that.
Cowboys. Like that'll help.
Dude, there would have been
I think I'm
nuclear
good.
warfare if all 4 of them would have been on the same team.
Oh yeah, that'd have been awesome. It's so good.
We need what's the football thing that they do where they follow a team around for TV? Hard Knocks.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Hard Knocks.
could you imagine Hard Knocks with them?
That would be amazing.
All right. So just a couple days ago, we got some news, some big news. EA has decided to bring back college basketball, the video game. I am so excited.
It's been too long.
That
It's been way too long.
We got word of the college football game coming back a couple years ago, and it came back, and it was phenomenal. It was great. And I can only imagine that college basketball is going to be the same thing. 2028 is the targeted release. I couldn't remember.
3 fucking years away. Jesus.
I know.
Like, how long does it really take that long? Come on. You already have the base of the game. Just copy what you did before. Update the graphics. That's all you gotta do.
I don't want to madden it.
Oh wait, they don't have NBA Live anymore, so they don't really have a basketball game to go off of.
That's true. That's why I was kind of hoping that
2K was gonna
2K was gonna do it.
2K could still announce it though, unless EA gets exclusivity, which I doubt they will be able to.
Yeah, but why wouldn't I see? Why wouldn't 2K want to? Because they already have the engine for it,
right?
you know,
It seems like it'd be the best.
And you could play it into 2K, like you could play it into the NBA game,
Right?
you know, that would be fantastic. Just to put a time on it, because I couldn't remember when the March Madness games were released, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. March Madness 07 was released January 17th. It's kind of an odd time to release a college basketball game right before conference play. That's a weird timing.
Weird.
Maybe that's why they're no longer a thing.
I would expect like September or August.
I mean this, and then says then here it says NCAA Basketball 10 was released November 17th. So that's right at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Still, it's a weird time. Normally these things are done in the off season, but
right, like August,
I don't know.
September.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even
do
October. We'll see.
Regardless, it's coming back. That's the important thing.
In 3 years.
Well, hey, they got to start somewhere, right?
Yep.
All right. Any other sports stuff that you wanted to get to?
No, I'm good on sports. I mean, there's no sports
Okay.
going on right now, so yeah.
Well,
it's a downtime right now.
we got some interesting news this week. A lot of people have been following the trial of P. Diddy Combs, and we have a verdict. He was acquitted on sex trafficking and racketeering. and which were the two big charges, and he escaped those. But he was found guilty on 2 counts of prostitution. It's basically he was just transporting prostitutes to go have sex with them. That's what it is. Um, there was a debate with some coworkers this week. I personally, I don't think he sees any jail time outside of what he's done. I don't. I don't see it.
which is
Do
wild.
you? I know it
Wild.
is crazy. He's a bad guy. I listen. That I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's a video of him in a hotel room. He's in a towel and he's chasing a woman
Yeah, I
that
saw that scene.
escaped out. Yeah, and he kicks her and he grabs her and he pulls her. Dude, he's a terrible human being. You do something like that, you're just on camera. You imagine what he's doing behind closed doors.
Oh no, dude, he is a terrible human being.
It's
No doubt about that. I cannot believe he's in. I like. There's something up with the jury.
You think so?
I think so. Because like, how do you? There's so much evidence against him. Like, there's overwhelming evidence.
Yeah.
Like testimonies from people. Fucking like, I don't see how you can. None of the big charges stick to him, which is, I guess it makes sense. You know, he has a lot
Oh,
of money.
what about OJ?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you know, it's everybody believes and knows that OJ killed those 2 people, but he was found not guilty.
Crazy.
I mean, I don't know. And then the more locally, Chad, I don't know if you remember this or not, but back in 2015 in Bardstown, Kentucky, which is about 45 minutes outside of Louisville, there was a woman that went missing. Her name was Crystal Rogers, and nobody could figure out where she went. And her car was found on the side of the highway, running, and she couldn't be found. Her ID, her cell phone, all that stuff was in the car. She couldn't be found. Nothing. Police weren't doing anything. Nothing. Just a missing person. That's all it was. Here we are 10 years later, and they have 3 people on trial for her murder.
Good.
And it's unbelievable. And, I want to give the family of Crystal Rogers, her mom, I think her name is Sherry Ballard, if I remember correctly. She was consistent with staying on top of the media and pushing the police. If it wasn't for her, these people would have gotten away with it. So right now that the defense, I believe, has rested on all of that right now. On the second person being tried. So, it's a crazy story. If you haven't seen it or heard about it, definitely look into it because it's a unbelievable story.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Potential police cover up, and it's
Wow.
just and for it to be so close to home,
Yeah.
it's just it's a crazy situation to be around.
Speaking of close to home, Philadelphia is turning into a trash city.
Uh-oh.
The District Council 33 went on strike on July 1st, which is basically the people that run the union that runs sanitation, everything, all services in the city.
Mm-hmm.
So now they have all these trash collections places, and the mayor's blabbing, saying, go to the trash collection, drop it off, blah, blah, blah. And meanwhile, if you do that, you're considered a scab and you're going to get harassed. There's these trash collection sites. It's just a big, long dumpster that's completely it was overflowing the first day.
Oh my
and
God.
there's no one coming to collect it. So now it's just piling. Now it's just on the sidewalk. And there's 63 of these, and they're all just
Wow.
overflowing with trash. And the mayor has refused to give the raise that the union wants, and for once, I agree with them. They're like average pay is like 45 a year
Wow.
in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is not cheap. It's fucking ridiculous. It's the pay that they're getting. They need to get paid more. Meanwhile, the mayor just said, I didn't take a 9% increase in pay. I only make $261,000 a year. That was not the move to make. She is,
Oh my God.
she is so bad.
She's also the one that doesn't know how to spell Eagles, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she just constantly is yelling. And all of her press conferences just yelling. And I'm like, she blames the unions for all this stuff. She blames them. Doesn't take accountability for anything. It's pretty bad. I'm surprised the state hasn't stepped in, but tomorrow is July 4th and they are having a concert and all this stuff, and they're like, don't worry, it's still on. There's gonna be all this services and stuff, and then there's not gonna be trash anywhere.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be so bad. Philadelphia's, and they just fucked up SEPTA, our public transportation shit here. They are $250 million in the red, and they had to make this agreement where they're shutting down five lines, 5 of the subway lines, which is a lot, making fares go up, shutting down routes, charging for parking in the parking lots now, curfew 9 p.m. You can't, no trains after 9 p.m. Like, it's bad, dude. And all this is on top of they're not paying the union, or the union's on strike. Like, it's something. I'm not going to Philadelphia anytime soon. Thank God. And I'm just outside the city limits to where I'm not included in this union thing. So I'm still getting my trash and recycle taken.
That's good.
If not, I'd be fucking driving that shit up to fucking the mayor's house and fucking throwing it on her fucking lawn, like a true Philadelphian would.
Spell trash. TAR. That's how she'd spell it.
And I believe this is an episode. This is literally an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I forget what episode it is, but this is literally an episode.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so happy birthday, America. Hopefully the Liberty Bell isn't surrounded by trash.
Oh my God. Yeah,
and
so
it sucks is because it's a nice area down there. It's like, it's well maintained down there.
Yeah, I was in Philly, what was that, 2015, I believe. I was there for a couple weeks. Got to see all the big sites, the Rocky Steps. You know, got to see all that. It was great. But I didn't have to deal with any of that craziness during that time. It is a great city just to visit, for sure. A lot of historical things and things of that nature. It's great to
Lots
great
to
to see
do.
that.
It's like an hour
Yeah.
away from Atlantic City. It's it's a nice town, but you gotta know what cheesesteaks to go get. You can't just go to any place. You can't go to Jim's. You can't go to Geno's. All those places suck.
Yeah, there was a place at the time, going back 10 years, there was a place that was voted the number one place.
Angelo's?
It was awful. It was absolutely awful.
What was
I don't
awful
remember the
about
name
it?
of it. It just tasted like shit.
Oh,
It wasn't good. It
no.
just, I don't know.
You probably went to one of the chain, or not the chain, but like Gems or Geno's or whatever those ones are. The number one place in Philadelphia is Angelo's, but the place that I like the best is
Has
John's
it
Roast
always been
Pork.
that? Has it always been
No, it
Angelo's?
hasn't always been Angelo's.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just
All right.
That's recent for cheesesteak.
Oh, okay.
They were a pizza. They're a pizza place, but they make.
Oh,
Dave Portnoy gave them a 9.2, I believe, for their pizza, which is
mhm.
extremely high for his rating. John's Roast Pork is the best cheesesteak, I believe, in Philadelphia. And that's in
Okay.
South Philly. I used to go there. We used to go there maybe once a month for lunch while I was working down at the shipyard. But yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Philadelphia's
I
fun.
just looked up some cheesecake places in Philly trying to see if one of these would ring a bell in my mind, and it doesn't. So I don't remember what it was called, but yeah, it was the first place I went to. It was at the time it was known as the best. So we went, and it was awful.
Yeah, it's
Awful.
probably one of those. There's, it's just you gotta do due diligence about finding what cheesesteak, or just ask someone from Philadelphia because they'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, the guy that so I was there for work, and the guy that I was with, he was from Philly,
Mm.
and he said the first place we went to was his favorite, and it was one of the top in the city at the time. That's what his claim was. I didn't verify it, but that's what he claimed. Man, that was bullshit. That was awful. But the other, I think I went to, well, let's see, I was there 10 days. I think I went to 3 other ones. The other 3 were good. It
Yeah.
was just that first one
Did
was
you get
terrible.
seated roll?
I did it one of the places. That was my favorite one.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, but there's so many
Did you get
combinations.
Cooper Sharp? Did you get Cooper Sharp
Uh,
American cheese, or did you get Cheese Whiz, or did you get provolone?
I'm pretty back then I really loved pepper jack cheese. I don't know if I got that or not.
Yeah, they
Was that
wouldn't give
even
it. They would have probably kicked you out if you said that.
okay? Okay, okay. I can, dude. It's so long ago, and a lot's happened in my life
Nah,
since
you're
then.
good.
So
You're
it's
good.
hard to remember
You'll
details
have
like that.
to
But
come out, and I'll have to
yeah,
take
oh
y'all out.
yeah, yeah, for sure,
Go
for sure.
see a Sixers game or an Eagles game or something.
I'm not going to watch the fucking Eagles. You can kiss my ass.
Go Birds, right?
Let's see. Lakers versus 76ers. 2025, 2026. Let's see. Ooh, oh no, that was old. Well, shit. Oh well, I'm not gonna be able to find it quickly. I'm not gonna go to the schedule officially. I was just trying to see if I could get it on Google real quick, but
Oh, you're
it
good.
was showing me the old games. But
You're good.
um, so tomorrow is the 4th of July, and it is America's birthday. What do you have planned for the day?
We're going to my father and mother-in-law's campground. I'm going to go there and grill out some dogs and some burgers, or maybe not burgers, just dogs. And
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I gotta get s'mores. S'mores. I'm gonna make some s'mores because
I don't know if you
I
can
want.
see this or not.
I need to.
No, no, you can't see it. It's an electric s'more maker.
Oh yeah, you
I
told me
got it.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it actually toasts the marshmallow.
it does. It
That's
does. It takes a
crazy.
while. It's not as fast as an open flame,
Right.
obviously, but
Right.
it does do it.
Yep. Thanks for reminding me of that. Perfect. I gotta get that. And I was also gonna stop at the grocery store to get something else too. Get some of those
Hey, Prime Days next
bratwursts.
week.
Yeah, true.
So look out for that.
Yep.
Then
My wallet. Gotta look out. We have competition coming up, so we have or not competition, nationals. So my wife will be in uh Atlantic City from the day before my birthday until the next weekend. So for a whole week, we'll be gone.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm glad that your daughter has something she enjoys.
I don't.
But
I wish she never. Shit's so fucking goddamn expensive. No one ever tells
yeah.
you about these fucking that it's gonna cost you fucking $1,300 for a week in Atlantic City that you're not even gonna be able to enjoy yourself.
Oh my
I have to
God.
stay home with the dogs because if I wanted to go, I'd have to board the dogs and it would cost me over $1,000. Yeah, I hate dance. Fucking hate it. I love seeing her on stage, but I fucking hate it. What are you doing for the 4th?
Well, gonna go hang out with the girlfriend and her kids, with David. We're going to hang out with her parents tomorrow. And then Saturday we are we have like a secondary family that that uh, to just make it a short explanation. It's a when my dad was a kid, across the street was a family of 6 brothers and sisters, and they became really close with my dad. And then when my dad got married to my mom, they really embraced her as like another daughter. So they've become like a second family. We do Christmas stuff with them. We do 4th of July. We do other things
Yeah.
with them. Most of them are country folk, so they live out in the country, and so we're gonna go to one of their houses on Saturday. It's like a grilling out kind of thing, and then fireworks at night. So that is Saturday
Awesome.
night. We're gonna do that. Yeah. So yeah, busy weekend. That is for sure. Hopefully Sunday we can go swimming. It's gonna be fucking hot here all weekend. 95 the next 2 days
Oh, great.
with 3 kids under 10. Can't wait for that. I'm sure that'll be fun being outside all the time. Yeah, looking forward to that. Oh my God. All right, real quick. Impromptu. Tomorrow is America's birthday, right? July 4th. What does it mean to you to be an American?
What does it mean to be an American?
Yeah, like no. For you, like what are you proud of the most of our country? Besides the president. I mean, that's obvious. Just kidding.
I mean, proud of the most. I mean, I'll just go with the Navy. You know, because I spent 11 and a half years in the Navy, and the Navy is the biggest Navy and the best Navy in the world. By like
Yeah, that's
a
without question.
long shot. I mean, China is catching up, but we dominate beyond. I mean, and just fighter jets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we have more jets than the Air Force does.
Really?
That may be that may be an exaggeration.
I don't know, but yeah.
But we have a lot of fucking jets.
Okay. Approximately 3,700. The Navy has.
Okay.
And to put it in perspective, The Air Force has 5,200.
So close.
Close. It is close. It's much closer than I would have thought.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you like about America other than the president?
Man, it really is simple. It's as simple as freedom. It really is. Like, just to be able to do what we're doing right now, there's no repercussions. We can just talk and bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can say what we want to say. Now, I mean, obviously, there's some things that there's going to be consequences to it,
Right.
if we say, but we still have the freedom to voice those things.
Yeah. The difference is we're allowed to say that stuff, and we're not gonna go to jail for it.
Exactly.
It can get taken down.
Yeah.
Because there's terms and conditions you sign with anything. It's just like like when they were trying to get Elon for people who were making tweets.
Right.
Yeah. How do you how you can't do that? Like, it's just a medium.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and there's consequences, like you said. If you threaten someone, there's consequences for that. You're allowed to say it.
Yeah.
You're gonna face consequences.
But like, for example, I just jokingly said, "Hey, I'm the president." We could sit here and say Trump's the greatest person in the world. We can also say Trump's a dick and a piece of shit, and we could say those things. Go to North Korea and say that about their leader. See what happens. You won't be found. It just won't happen. You can't go to Russia and do that. Like, so it's just to be able to have free speech, and obviously the Second Amendment is also a big one for me. So that still blows my mind that we can just walk around like that. It just you really think about it. It's just, it was mainly made for muskets, not everything that we have nowadays. So
yeah.
But I would not want to live anywhere else.
Nope.
This is I love it. So happy birthday to America tomorrow. And what's the I should have done this beforehand. What is the official date or age, I should say, of America?
249.
249, yeah. Yep. All right, next year's a big year then.
Yep, 250.
Next year's a big year. All right. Anything else you got? Hey, listen, real quick before you get to anything else. I'm glad we're back. I know we're not fully staffed here, but it was fun.
It's good to
enjoyed being back and
talk about sports again.
Yeah, even in the down.
Fucking 18-month-old all day long, so it's nice to talk to a real person.
And a lot of my coworkers, man, they're just not big sports fans. So it's not it's just not a lot of things to talk about. And my brother, he's just all football. I can't talk to him about anything else, just because the lack of knowledge. But I'm not sure when, but sometime in the near future, in between now and the start of the NBA season, Chad, all four of us, I hope, we are going to debate LeBron and Jordan. It will happen. When, I'm not sure exactly, but it will happen before the start of the NBA season, which is in October.
Agree.
So, I'm looking forward to that. Can't wait. So, did you have anything else that you wanted to talk about?
Nope.
All right.
I think I'm good.
It was good to be back, and looking forward to talking to everybody next week. This was the Two Guys, Two Seamen podcast.